All right, good morning to all of our viewers in Arkansas, Oklahoma, and in Southwest Missouri. I'm Joshua Weisel. Let's step on into the forecast here as we're going to tell you about all the information that we've got in terms of the rain chances today and summer heat and some of these other headlines that you're going to want to know about. Hopefully you're having a great start to your day. And, just to take a minute before we dive into the forecast, I just want to say how much we appreciate each and every one of you. We've got a wonderful group of loyal followers here, and we appreciate everyone who's followed, everyone that comments, everyone that tunes in, and most importantly, everyone that, trusts us as your local weather source. It means the world to us that we can do this and, deliver all the weather information to you at home. So thank you so much for following along, for sharing all of that, getting our outreach out there. We appreciate each and every one of you. Now, the headlines are going to be a little bit interesting. Still the same thing, scattered showers and thunderstorms, maybe a couple that are strong to severe, once again today compared to what we saw yesterday. Maybe not as much activity, but still, we want you to be mindful of some scattered showers and storms this afternoon. Summer heat's about to crank back up in the area. We've got some of those temperatures to let you know about. Mostly quiet pattern, but some additional rain chances after the low rain chances that we have today and tomorrow. We'll walk you through all of that activity. This afternoon, very similar to yesterday. Now, maybe not as much in terms of scattered shower and thunderstorm activity, but the temperatures, they're going to be anywhere from the upper 80s, lower 90s. Pretty much the same thing as what we saw yesterday, right? And there will be a chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some heat index values may be into the upper 90s, maybe close to the triple digits in some locations. The good news is, at least for Northwest Arkansas, Southwest Missouri, not as warm as it has been. So at least, a little bit of a break. We'll take that. Here's a look at what we got with the rainfall chances today. And, pretty much very similar to yesterday as well, mostly in our far eastern Oklahoma County coverage area, Southwest Missouri, and Arkansas in general. That's where those rain and thunderstorm chances will be located. Very isolated to scattered activity. Not everyone's going to see this activity. Not everyone's going to see strong activity either. But we just want you to, have a heads up. Yeah, we got more chances for some pop-up showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm or two. If some reached strong to severe limits, we're primarily talking about 45 to maybe 60 mile per hour winds and some hail, penny, nickel to, even quarter size will be possible. But not everyone's going to see that activity. Certainly not everyone's going to see thunderstorms in general. So just keep an eye on the radar. That's pretty much the moral of the story for today. As we make our way forward, here's a look at the rain chances. Very similar to yesterday as well, only a couple tenths of an inch now. Some areas may see locally higher amounts, depending on how fast the storms develop and move over a certain area. So I think a couple tenths of an inch is mostly what we're expecting across the area, but some activity may be a little bit heavier, maybe a little bit slower, maybe a half inch to an inch in terms of the rainfall, but not everyone's going to see that type of activity. So just a heads up, there may be some localized heavy rainfall. Not a bad idea to bring an umbrella with you throughout the day today. You're not going to need it all day, and there's a chance that you may not even need it at all. But if you have that in the car, just to keep just to keep you safe from the rain, if you're out at work or anything like that, just good idea to have that handy. Moving on, here's a look at the Foghorns morning fog outlook. And, I just want to take this time during every show to highlight, our sponsor here at the channel. It's Foghorns, located in Springdale and in Fayetteville. We're so incredibly grateful for their sponsorship on the channel. So huge shout out to them. Support them like they support us. You can visit them in Springdale and in Fayetteville. They're an Arkansas original since 2004 and, sponsoring a pretty important segment on the channel, and that's for morning commuters, and that's going to be the fog outlook. Now, the good news is we're not expecting widespread dense fog this morning, but over the last couple of mornings with those cooler temperatures from the activity that we've seen, there may be some patchy fog across the area. It's not going to be super dense or anything along the lines there, but Northwest Arkansas, Southwest Missouri, parts of Northeast Oklahoma, maybe some patchy fog in the morning. Not anything super widespread or super dense, but according to our algorithm, some of those darker spots that you see there in parts of Northeast Oklahoma, Northwest Arkansas, Southwest Missouri, that's where some of that would be located. The spots right there where the map's starting to show through, that's indicative that there's really not going to be any sort of activity. That's mostly in southern Oklahoma County coverage areas of ours and into the River Valley. So that's a look at what we've got there. Again, we're not expecting widespread issues. Huge shout out to them. Visit them in Springdale and in Fayetteville. Again, here's a look at that drought update, and keep in mind these update every Thursday, but right now, the good news is we're getting some rain in our southeast counties, potentially with this additional activity. We saw some rain yesterday. It's not going to be enough to fully break the drought in these locations to the south and east in the moderate to extreme levels. It's certainly not going to help the western counties that haven't seen a whole lot of rainfall over the last 24 hours as well. But, we'll take anything we can get. It's surprising that we still have a drought in many locations with all the rain that we've seen, right? So hopefully we can get at least some additional rainfall to get rid of that. Here's a look at the future scan radar for the remainder of today, and you can see, a couple isolated pop-up showers and thunderstorms will be possible this afternoon and this evening. Very similar to yesterday, not as numerous in coverage, but it will be something to keep an eye on, that maybe, we see a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms across the area. We're not expecting widespread severe weather. The severe weather potential today is not that high in general, but maybe one or two storms starts to strengthen just enough that it produces maybe 45 to 55 mile per hour winds. On the rare occasion, maybe as much as 60 mile per hour winds, but we're not expecting widespread activity along the lines there. And then maybe some hail between pea to nickel size mostly. On the rare occasion, maybe a couple up to about quarter size, but nothing widespread in terms of the severe potential. What is going to be widespread is those summer temperatures that are not going away anytime soon. Again, we are leaning more towards above average temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days. We got some triple digit heat on the way in the forecast. We'll let you know more about that. The other thing too, starting to look a little bit more like a summer-like pattern because the temperatures are rising and also the precipitation chances are starting to decrease. Now, at least for our neck of the woods, we're still in the slightly above average category for the next 6 to 10 days. But as you can see, there's that large area of well below average precipitation, starting to swing into the north central United States. That may eventually make its way closer to our area as we start making our way further into the summer months. So, hopefully we get some rain to kind of eliminate that drought, but before you know it, there's a potential that we start to deal with maybe some additional drought activities if the rain starts to wind down into the summer months. So we'll be here keeping an eye on all of that. Next 7 days, we've got some rain and thunderstorm chances Friday through Sunday across parts of the area. Roller coaster in temperatures because we're going to go from the upper 80s into the lower 90s, back into the upper 80s. And then a sharp warm-up by early next week into the mid-90s northwest Arkansas. Triple digits in the River Valley. And that's not only the warming trend, it's not just for Arkansas. It's across southwest Missouri and northeast Oklahoma. In the meantime, before we get into those forecasts, here's a look at what we got for the River Valley. Warm roller coaster ahead. Not a major swing in temperatures by any means, but there will be a strong warm-up by the time we get to early next week. Once we get past some rain and thunderstorm chances Friday through Sunday, it's just going to be hot. That's going to be the main headline that we've got going forward. And like we mentioned, maybe even some triple-digit heat in northeast Oklahoma. Right now, forecast is right around 99 degrees. But in all honesty, some of the models behind the scenes were forecasting anywhere from 98 to 102 degrees for some of these locations. So we're just going to go ahead and do kind of the middle road there, especially because the further out you get in the forecast, it's going to change to some extent. But moral of the story is we're starting to head into a much warmer pattern. Same with southwest Missouri, sharp warm up by the time we get to early next week. So we've got a lot of heat related headlines to talk about. That's a look at the forecast that we've got there. Let us know your feedback. Drop that in the comments below. Also, let us know, where you're watching from, how your morning's going. We'd love to hear from you. We love all of the comments that we get on our channel. And most importantly, just want to take a huge, a moment to, give a huge shout out to you at home. You supporting us by liking, commenting, and following, that's getting our outreach out there. We're reaching more people. We're able to deliver more, weather safety information, coverage, and all of that to help more people with your, assistance and getting our outreach out there. So thank you so much to everyone who shares, comments, likes, and most importantly, trust us as your local weather source. We really appreciate it. It means the world to us. Thank you for helping us to grow. Thank you for tuning in each and every day, commenting, all of that. We appreciate you at home. There's some other ways that you can support us if you're interested, helping to keep the operations running. That's on the screen there. And also, if you have a local business, we're looking for advertisers to partner with us. And, if you want to advertise on our platforms, that not only helps us out, but it also gets your outreach across the channels that we have, the website, social media, and on the 24/7 streaming weather channel. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay tuned. We'll have the latest here throughout the day. There's that, and we have a little TVS there, tornado vortex signature, and that's indicative of some fairly strong rotation. With the latest state-of-the-art equipment, we can call out areas of concern ahead of the warning. And there it is. We called it here first, y'all, and we are able to show you these things in real time, and our tools, you can't beat them. We're able to show you these things as they happen before the warning even occurs. This is coverage you won't find anywhere else. Weather coverage with Joshua Weisel in the Weather 225 Storm Studios. Weather local to you since 2015. If you like our media and forecast, be sure to support us today on Patreon. You can advertise with us this storm season and throughout the year. Contact us today for availability and pricing. Weather 225 since 2015.